Uh, we try to shut us down. Try to shut us out. Try to, try to stop us. We can't be stopped. We like ghetto boys. We can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped, son.
You know, like Diddy. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Anyway,
yes, sir.
This shit. Oh, wait a minute. This camera's too high. Hold on. Well,
hold on, y'all.
Yeah, give it
Let's fix camera 2.
Yeah, somebody about to get fired.
Right.
All right. Let me see. I'm trying to make.
Watch your hand.
Yeah, make this come in. Can you? Yeah, there we go. I think that's better now.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. We had to work on camera 2 right there. Make it look. You know what I'm saying?
Look presentable.
Yeah.
For the people.
For the people.
All right. So welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This is episode 199. This is your man Kurt, and this is
How.
And so we are officially one away from 200.
And all this will be ours. See, we over here
in
the, you know what I'm saying? We over here in the Billy Lee, Jimmy Lee, Double Dragon, Final Fight, warehouse where we training these street fighters and shit.
Yes,
nah,
sir.
I'm just playing.
Actually, this is a mansion. We just bought it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're doing our thing right now. We're doing our thing, son.
But yeah, man. So we appreciate y'all checking us out once again. So how was your week this week?
Man, it's been a little rough, man. Like, dang on my aunt, she died last week.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she was 92. She had well, she died of natural causes, but she had dementia and stuff. So
okay.
But we had the funeral this Thursday.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's right. Because I contacted you. You told me you were at a funeral.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. It was this. Or what was it? No, it was Wednesday. No, it was Wednesday. Yeah, that's right. It was Wednesday.
It was.
Yeah, it was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday. I contacted you about the breakdown.
Yeah, so it was Wednesday.
Yep, you're right.
And so yeah, that, and then man, I'm trying to get the school shit together, man. It's just
man, I know school ain't no joke, boy.
Man, right now, man, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do something with a class. I mean, I won't get into, and I was hoping to graduate in the fall, and I contacted my advisor about like, hey, this and this is like, I know I can't take both of these at one time. Like, what can we do here? No response. Then I get to ask her a question about that, and it's like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, oh, man. I'm about this close to come up here seeing somebody. I was like, nah, I can't do that.
I'm telling you, man.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I thought about it.
Yeah.
Woo! I thought about
it. They get you that close.
Man, I thought about it.
But that's how it is, man. These companies and schools and whatnot, they don't care about nothing.
Nah, man. And then they wonder why the world's shit.
But yeah. Anything else exciting on your week this week?
Nah, man, that's about it. How about yours, sir? I didn't mean to.
No, it's good, man. It's been a rough week. My oldest stepdaughter had to have surgery last weekend, so that's why we didn't have the show. But she has a condition, called I think it's hydranatitis suppurativa, and you get these like boils either under your arm or in the groin area.
Yeah.
And she had them in the arm, so she had to have surgery because she kept trying to treat it, and it would never go anywhere. Just and so, and it's rough, man, because when they do the surgery, they basically just cut out your armpits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's hard, man, seeing her deal with this every day. She's been a trooper. But now we got to do all this wound care, every morning. Fresh wound, bandages, and making sure, because we got to help her go to the bathroom, all that stuff, man, because she can't hardly move her arms. You know what I mean? So it's been rough, man. That's the only rough part of the week. Other than that, man, it's been a blessing because, like I said, she's been taking it like a trooper,
Yeah.
And so.
So let me ask you this about that. Now, she probably won't be able to do, like, since they removed that, she probably won't be able to do any, like, running and stuff,
right,
because of the glands.
Yeah, I mean, we're just waiting for it to heal, because right now it's just basically open flesh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we're just constantly having to gauze it and wrap it every morning. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure she'll have some sort of limited mobility, but once it gets to the heel part,
Yeah.
She'll be able to move around for herself and do stuff for herself. Right now, we got to do everything for her.
Yeah.
So other than that, it's been a decent week. I ain't gonna complain about nothing. So, but yeah, episode 199. We got a lot to talk about. Before we get to talking, we're gonna send some more rest in peace out. I know your aunt passed, so rest in peace to her.
Yeah, Aunt and me.
Yes, sir. And then we lost Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters, famous drummer. They have been doing their thing for like 20 some odd years, I think, at least 20 or more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. So, and it's funny because like the lead singer of that group, David Grohl, he started out as a drummer. He was Nirvana, like I was telling you, he was Nirvana's drummer. And yeah, man, for that to happen, like, right. I know it ain't hip hop, but yeah, I mean they relevant, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not necessarily like my favorite group, but they do all right,
Yeah.
They're all right, and I hate that. Yeah, I just hate that happen, out of it was just what we call it.
Yeah, he was 50. That was it.
Yeah.
He wasn't even that old, man.
Yeah.
So, I feel bad, our thoughts and prayers are out to his family, because I'm sure, I don't know if he has some issues, because like you said, they haven't really disclosed why
they was out on tour, I believe.
Yeah.
If I read.
Dang.
Oh,
shucks. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah. Lost Instagram.
Yep.
Look, man. You're firing the cameraman, all right? You don't have to fire him. Yeah, that ain't Curtis' fault. That's the cameraman's fault.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gonna have to cut. Literally cut, Yeah, like.
Man. Stubborn.
Can't get good help nowadays, man. We trying to run a show, be professional, and they over here like, yeah, we just go let that camera 4 just drop like right now. If you want, I got the snake. You want me to bring that in? I can bring that in if you need me to.
Yeah, hold on. I can't fit on here.
It should. I mean, you might have to move that plastic.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because the plastic might give it a little better grip. So I'm trying to see if maybe it'll stay. It don't go that deep on there.
Hey, you ain't gotta worry about messing up the disc or anything. You gotta cut some of that plastic. It'll be all right. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
No, it ain't gonna work because it don't go back far enough. Hold on.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Try it this way.
All right. Yeah, we apologize to everybody. So
all right, that's a little bit better.
All right, there we go. Yeah, we find the cameraman, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do stuff professional, man.
Yeah.
Around fuck shit up, man.
Exactly.
Dang, man.
Trying to get good help these days.
Yeah, dang.
All right, that'll work.
All right, we in here.
We in there.
We in here.
Thank y'all for
thank you.
Working with us.
Working with us.
Nigga, you fired.
Yeah, you fired. Fire!
Anyway, So yeah, we just wanted to give rest in peace to Taylor Hawkins, and then Howie was telling me that Young Thug lost his baby mom's. She got shot at like a bowling alley.
Yeah, I looked up the name. It's Lakeivia Jackson.
Lakeivia Jackson.
She's aged 31. Yeah, it's just she was killed in the bowling alley. I don't know. For what I heard, that they had an argument.
Okay.
And the man waited outside for her and killed her. And it's like, wow.
Dang.
Yeah, that's like, yeah. I'm gonna say this, but much as I'm mad at women sometimes, yeah, I'm never gonna do that.
Yeah, that's just a coward move.
Yeah, that's coward.
I couldn't do it, man. But rest in peace. Let's give them a quick moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that. Appreciate that. Please don't forget to hit all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. All right. I didn't have a question of the day. Did you have anything you wanted to put down? I hadn't thought about that.
Let's see. Usually I'm good with these on the spot.
How much wood could a woodchuck chop?
We ain't doing that shit. Okay. Since Pusha T's been doing the he wrote for McDonald's.
Arby's.
He wrote for Arby's, other jingles and stuff. Is it good? Let's say it like this. Is it good for corporations to have rap beef? You know what I'm saying? And when I mean rap beef, I'm not talking about, McDonald's gonna come out and like, yo, Arby's, I see you, and they gonna run out and like air Arby's. Nah, I'm just talking about just little friendly.
We almost had the Pope Ronald.
Yeah, we had the Pope Ronald say. You know what I mean? We had the Pope Ronald say. Yo, Ronald kind of big. He got burgers and fries. You know what I'm saying? He's a big nigga out there on the block. You know what I mean? Yo, it's gonna be crazy.
It's clown ass
nigga with these big ass shoes.
But yeah, I mean, as far as marketing, I'm sure it's good for money. And if they can do it right, I think it's okay for the culture, but it has to be done right. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, facts.
Like when KRS and Shan battled on the Sprite commercial, something like that, where you can tell it was a mutual respect. It wasn't really, after this is over, I'm really gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
It gotta be something where we can call it a mutual respect. So I think if they can do it right and get everybody's consent, then yeah. But other than that,
And we'll talk more about that later. So we'll get into we'll definitely get into that. We want to get into some birthdays.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we got a few birthday shout outs here. We got to get caught up because last week, like I said, we didn't have a show. So happy birthday goes out to my man Bun B. His birthday was on the 19th of March. Right. On the 20th, we had my man DJ Cool is in the house. Yep. Also on the 20th is my man Manny Fresh. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And then on the 21st, we had a few of them. We had my man Diggy Simmons.
All right.
Son to Run Simmons. I don't know why I call him Run Simmons. That ain't even his full regular name. But anyway, on the 21st, we also have my man Large Professor. You know what I mean? Yep. Yes, sir. One of my favorites. Also DJ Premier on the same day. Happy birthday.
All right.
And then on the same day, another DJ and producer, Hit Boy.
All right.
So happy birthday to him. Then on the 22nd, we had my man Shorty Low. Rest in peace to him. So a lot of y'all young cats might not remember him.
Done it all.
Yeah. He was good, man. He was funny and he was good with the music too. So all right, coming up on the 25th, which was yesterday, my man Big Sean, happy birthday to him.
Yeah.
Today we got my man Juvie, also from the Know Ya. You know what I mean? So happy birthday to him. Coming up on the 27th, we got my man Freddie Fox. That's tomorrow, aka Bumpy Knuckles.
Oh, before we get to the other birthdays, we also have our own. The man that came up with the theme song, my man Reggie Reg, aka Smooth. Birthday. Yes, sir. Birthday is tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday, man.
So everybody hit up Smooth on the Cash App.
Yeah, man. We're gonna put his Cash App up.
Put the Cash App up.
So we can get some money donation, man. That dude be putting work in, you know. Happy birthday, Reg.
R2G2.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Smooth.
All right. Coming up on the 28th, we got Salt from Salt and Pepper. So happy birthday to her. Also on the same day, Mr. Cheeks. You know what I mean? Representing Brooklyn. On the 30th, we got my man MC Hammer. Hammer don't hurt him. You know what I mean? Hammer. You know what I mean? You gotta get that sign shit going. You know? And then on the 31st, coming up, we got my man Tony Yayo. Happy birthday to him. I always thought it was funny. One of the funniest things was back when G Unit was going up against Ja and what was Ja's crew? Murder Inc. Yeah. Man, Ja was calling him Tony Mayo. Tony Mayo.
I ain't gonna lie, Ja had now I mean 50 definitely won, but Ja had some heat though.
Yeah, he did.
I had to give it to him because he had that after this one song he had the shit gets ugly. We gonna lock shit down. He said something like, motherfucker, you think I'm scared of you loose change? Like, yo, he came in. Yeah, he came in with it though.
Yeah, man. Ja was doing his thing, man. Definitely was doing his thing. Yeah. We got any claps we can do for the birthdays?
Oh yeah, my bad. Let me
Oh, you good, man?
Yeah, let me hold on, let me move this out the way. Yeah, my tablet. Oh, let's see. Here we go. The clubs. Yeah, here we go. Thank you. All right. Settle down. We in the stadium right now.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking auditorium in this bitch.
All right. So on new music, I just got a couple of things real quick. My man RJ Payne has been blowing up the spot, man. He got a new joint called The Conversation, which is hard as hell. Then also he got the joint called The Butterfly Effect he did with Method Man. Oh man, both of them joints is hard as hell, man. So
all right,
y'all need to be checking out RJ Payne, man. He's like killing the new game right now. And then speaking of Payne, another Payne, my man T-Pain got a new song out called Until the Day. So I'm glad to see he's still making music, man. You know what I mean? Because he does his podcast, but you know, he don't really do a lot of music these days. So I'm glad he's still doing his thing.
Yeah.
So that was all I have for music, man. Just wanted to give that a quick shout out. So yeah. And then as far as topics go, we got a few things to talk about, you know, some quick stuff. Want y'all to go, make sure you go out and look out for this new documentary on the rapper AZ. It's called Jewels, Gems, and Treasures. It's going to be about him. It's got interviews from people like Nas. Jay-Z, of course, is in it. I heard that he's making an appearance in it.
Okay.
So, because him and Jay was hanging out for a minute there, you know.
I mean, they both from Brooklyn.
Right. And AZ was actually in, I think it was the Dead President's video that Jay-Z did. I think that's the one where they was all sitting around that table. And I want to say some other people like Foxy Brown might have been there, but I know AZ was in there too. But anyway, so y'all go look out for that because AZ is somebody that hip hop needs to treasure. You know.
Yeah, fact.
So and you know, congratulations again to AZ on that Do or Die 2 smash hit. I need to smash it out the park, man.
Yeah, I need to go back and listen to that album again. But that album was like, man, it was dope. Yeah. Oh, real quick, did we speak anything on, speaking of documentaries, I don't know if we did anything else for the Kanye doc. Did we speak on any of that stuff before we left off there?
No, we didn't. And I still got some more to watch too. So I'm glad you said that because I didn't get to finish. We'll have to kind of wrap that up next week, unless you got something you want to throw out.
No, that's fine. We could get back to it next week.
All
you
right.
know, we're both. Yeah, I think for what I know, it was only 3 episodes. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I did see all 3 of them, but yeah, we'll get back to it.
Yeah, I still got to wrap it up, so we'll talk more about that next week. What you think about Mace? Coming out dissing Diddy, man.
Now, be honest with you, I haven't heard the song yet.
Okay.
I did hear like a lot of mixed opinions on it. Some people like, oh man, but then some people are like, I mean, it's like, well, what can you do? Like everybody then called out Diddy, and it's like, why didn't you call him out like
before now?
Yeah, because he kind of did the same thing with Cameron in a sense. Like it was like, why you came out with this now? Although that shit with Cameron was fire though.
Oh yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
woo! I ain't gonna lie.
Mace done been through a few little battles.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell about the time you fuck your sister. I'm like, damn. Look at me.
I mean, he went up against remember Loon from Bad Boys. He went up against him. So Mace been through the ringer, man.
Yeah.
So Mace ain't scared to battle nobody. You know what I mean? So
you like, don't let that pretty Harlem swag fool your ass. Don't let me being behind the pulpit fool you neither.
Right.
Get out that booth.
Mace say I come out of retirement for any of y'all niggas, you know? But all right, so yeah, I thought he didn't really mention Diddy, or I should say Brother Love. He didn't mention him by name, but you could tell he was talking about him. You know what I mean? He just kind of made references, and he's even had an interview or two about it. So he said that basically, it's the same story with Diddy. He's owed money. Diddy's taking his money, just like it was with the Locks. You know what I mean? You don't want to give him up, or whatever it is, publishing, royalties, who knows? But it's always a money thing, man. I'm just like, dude, man. I mean, Diddy, I know you want to be rich and shit, but stop ripping people off.
Well,
man.
The thing of it is, rest in peace to Big, and actually, that's something we gotta kind of talk about a little bit, because this is actually the 25th year.
Right.
And it's kind of, that's kind of weird too. Not that I'm not want to say it's lackluster, but it's like weird to say like we were celebrating this 25th. But it's like, for me, it's like, well, we kind of been celebrating the whole time.
Yeah.
Always. So, but I mean, that's just me. But going back to this situation, you can't tell me, Big, Mace, the Locks, even Black Rob to an extent.
Yeah.
Build battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't give them,
especially Mace.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Him and Mace was the duo.
Right, because they were both from Harlem, so they kind of had that Harlem chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, technically, I heard that Puffy ain't technically from Harlem.
Oh, okay.
That's what I heard. Now I don't know, but he just claimed Harlem. I don't know like where he, but he might be.
He probably just lived there a long time. He probably might have been born somewhere else, but it's kind of like me. I was born in Harlem, so I kind of got a little bit of the Harlem swag in me, but mostly I was raised in the Bronx, so most of my background is the Bronx. So I kind of adapted to that. So as they say, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. So
I was born in the country ass. Well, actually, not technically. Technically, I was born. Yeah, my country ass town still ain't got no hospital. It's 2022. So I was born in High Point. Yeah, and I live in my couple
of medical centers, but
shit, where I'm at, medical centers like, well, we gonna piss on your wound. You gonna be all right.
Right.
You gonna be all right.
We're gonna wrap it and give you a couple pills to take in the morning.
Yeah, I enjoy like rubber tussin. Yeah, put some rubber tussin and shit.
Yeah. High Point, man, home of Fantasia.
Yep. So. Yeah,
it's a quaint little town.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know if there's gonna be anything else from Mace as far as that goes. We just wanted to kind of mention it because I thought it was kind of funny. Like you said, he's just been kind of back and forth. So it's like, are you gonna stay in hip hop, or did you just come in just to throw the shot at Diddy, and now you're gonna go back to church? What can we expect at this point?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but in the interview. I remember he did an interview where he kind of explained this, and he was like talking reckless, cursing and all that. I was like, okay, maybe he ain't going back to church because this nigga was throwing out the foul language. So I was like, okay, all right. I think we got the street mace back.
Yeah, the street.
We got Mace and Betha back. All right. But yeah, that was all I had to say about that. Did you want to say anything else about Mace?
I think that's it, man.
So Jay Prince, he wants everybody to boycott the Grammys. And it's, I will say the Grammys probably do need to be boycotted.
Hold on. Let me ask this, like a serious question.
All right.
Who the fuck still watches the Grammys?
I mean, all the white folk, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm sure it's a small amount of black people that watch it, but the way that they treat these artists sometimes, man, I'm just like, I don't support it. If you just tell me like after it happened, oh yeah, Nas did a dope performance, I'll go online and maybe look for it, but I'm not gonna be sitting there biting my nails like, oh, I can't wait, it's the Grammys. It is what it is. If I happen to see it, I happen to see it. I do like award shows because I just want to see who gets what, but most times it's just at the end you mad because your favorite artist gets shitted on.
Well, what trips me out about it is, I think there was someone that was saying like there's been people that been like, for instance, we'll just use Meg Thee Stallion for instance.
Yeah.
Like that song, The Little Body Yaddy Yaddy.
Yeah.
Like everybody took that song and made dances out of it. They did TikTok joints out of it. Songs everywhere.
Yeah.
But then like she don't win a Grammy because it's like some girl from whatchamacallit. Oh, excuse us. Man. That's a connect.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm playing with
you. That's the plug right there.
It's a plug, Nick. Nah, I'm saying, but yeah, like some girl out of somewhere. Like I forgot. One of the girls was like, I ain't heard of this bitch. Not to call her a bitch, but I ain't heard her talk about driving license. So some white girl with like a guitar talk about, yeah, she won that shit. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't seen one video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'd be understandable. Like I might have, it may not been big as Meg, but I might have seen like a video here, video there. They talking about some, yeah, she did this. But it's like, but anyway, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, man, I think that is kind of funny though. You know what I mean? Because I was hearing about the chick that was going up against Meg Thee Stallion, saying that that Meg bit her style and copied some of her stuff. I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, Meg Thee Stallion, she going through something with her record label too. He's trying to get them to drop her, but they won't.
Yeah,
they're saying she owed them money or whatever.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But like I said, Jay Prince, he's trying to encourage a lot of the big time rappers to, boycott the Grammys. But it came up, that Nas is going to be performing at the Grammys, and he's pretty much like, nah, I'm still doing my thing, So I don't know if he hasn't heard or if he's just choosing to ignore. But what do y'all think about that? You think somebody like Nas should, be down for the cause and say, nah, you're right, I'm a boycott? Or should he go ahead and just do his thing? You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Well, hopefully, even him being, one of our favorite artists and stuff, I hope that he would be on the right side of history of this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, looking back, it's like, you know what? I could have went to the Grammy.
Yeah.
But I decided, because my brother, they were persecuting my brother Kanye. Because, I mean, that's the reason why the Jay Prince, wanted to boycott it, because, the whole thing with Kim and all that stuff. And that's what they were doing that for, right? They were persecuting him over that. And it's like,
right.
But you can't really, like, what's that got to do with his music?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's something completely, like, now best believe that Bruce Springsteen would come up there on a murder spree talking about that, like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with his music, guys.
Right,
like, he put out a hot record this year.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they do, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I think like I hope that Nas. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna not look at him in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that, but I would hope that he would be like on the right side and say, you know what? Not gonna do it until y'all get him back in the line. Like Kanye don't necessarily have to win, but at least have the message of, hey, till y'all make this right and make him back, make him in conversation.
Right.
I'm not gonna perform.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't blame him for that either, man.
Yeah.
I would definitely be happier if he did. But if he does perform, I ain't gonna hate on him, but it would be better to go ahead and just show them, some solidarity on our part that says, we're not going to keep going for this shit.
Really? I mean, to be honest, they shit and they standard of shit, the fucking judges shit is fucking whack anyway.
Right.
Let's have our own shit. Like we had the sports awards and all that stuff. Let's have our own shit.
Yeah.
And fuck them.
I do agree with that. We need to have our own like hip hop awards and all kind of Black cultural awards and stuff like that.
Cause really, like the stuff like Hollywood and all that shit, to me, it's really bland. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the people running out of ideas. You got other people building studios now. Speaking of which, I think the dude that played Falcon, I think I forgot this. I know his name.
Avengers?
Yeah, Mac.
Jeremy Renner?
No. Falcon.
Not
the black guy.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Falcon is
Mackie.
Mackie. I forgot the full name.
Yeah, but anyway, I think it was
Michael Mackie.
Is it Mark or something? But anywho, he's got a studio that he's building now. He's got a studio. Okay. So you got all these other people building studios, even with Tyler Perry, even though like, say what you will about him, even though his stuff may not be, quality, but the man's got his own studio, you know what I'm saying? So now people got options to do stuff. And, seeing that, it really helps out the market. It's helping other people to get out here and be a little bit more creative.
Right.
And now I think Hollywood is kind of losing some of that magic because of, everybody's kind of, even like with Netflix and stuff, they got their own production studio and stuff, and people just coming out with like, which that's another movie I need to catch, like The Irishman. And
that was good. I actually saw that.
Yeah, I need to see that one. But the Dolomite thing, the Eddie Murphy, like all this stuff that's coming out, and it's like it's so good. It just as, even though it come out straight to Netflix, it's just as good. Like if it was in the movie theater, I'd go see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, you got all this, you got all this going on. And man, like stuff like the Grammys and all that other stuff, like, fuck it.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. But I would definitely support Kanye, when it comes to that, if I was an artist, you know what I mean? As much as, the Grammys is a big thing, but still, I'm sorry. I support real artistry.
Yeah. And that's, like I said, man, just take, the whole thing with him. Yeah, I understand that's an issue, but take that out of it.
Right.
Take that out of it. That don't take away from his art.
Well, speaking of Kanye, let's talk about this guy that was, went and tried to press DL Hughley. So, the guy was kind of making it seem like, he rolled up on DL and was like, all up on him, like, you better apologize to my man, and, kind of gangster on him and whatever, So that went on for a little bit, and he finally came out with the full video. And in the full video, you see him, he's kind of fanboying on DL. I love all your shit. Can I get an autograph? That kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, he basically admitted he was just having his 15 minutes of fame. So, I thought it was kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you would do that shit. You know what I mean? To me, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have made it seem like DL was, getting punked or some shit. You know what I mean? To me, people like that kind of need their ass whooped. You know what I mean? For doing shit like that. If y'all, this generation is different. So they might be like, oh, we'll let it go. It ain't no big deal. Nah, to me, that's a big deal. I don't do that shit. I don't play games like that. If I really did run up on you on gangster shit and this on film, yeah, y'all can see it. But if it really ain't, I ain't gonna portray that shit like that.
Yeah, shoot, man. You better be lucky, man. Shoot, somebody, you run up on the wrong one and put them things out.
Right. You know, I mean, it's funny to me, man.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. You know, I just thought it was funny because when I saw that he admitted that it didn't really go down that way, it just made me laugh. I was like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" You know. But yeah, so I just thought that was funny. I just wanted to mention that real quick. Speaking of you know, hip hop, Pusha T, man, we gotta talk about this.
Ugh.
He did the Arby's you know, commercial rap, and I loved it, man. It just went right. It went well. It had a dope flow, you know, sound like, you know, this was like some real shit. But then we got some responses, you know, we got the McDonald's response.
Yep.
And there was the other one. There's one other one I can't remember, but I tried to look it up. Somebody like a comedian or somebody did a response to it or something. It was funny. But you know, I just thought that was you know, it's a dope concept. You know, like you said, that's part of our commercial question of the day. You know, whether these rappers and companies should be doing this kind of stuff. What do you think about all this? You think Pusha T should have done that, or he should have not even done it?
Oh man, like I said, I think it's cool. I mean, especially like I said, with everything going on in the world, everything kind of being so, you know, dreary and dark.
Yeah.
I think it's really good to kind of lighten up the mood a little bit.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought it was good. I didn't want to be, you know, no super deep brother come up here like,
Right.
well, you know, right now, you know, we in the drive right now. You know what I'm saying, my brother? We don't need to be see, he don't need to be promoting the white man sandwiches.
Right.
Like, look, dude,
Black culture is on the cusp
yeah,
of progress, and he set us back.
it's like, look, dude, look, it's just a fucking fish sandwich. It's just these jokes. It's
exactly.
jokes. It ain't like he put on a suit and some shit and dancing chicken like Hammer or something.
Exactly.
Shit. So like, yeah, and he got real rap on him. Actually, yeah, you think about it, he got real rap on the commercial.
Right. Exactly.
Like, that's a win right there.
Yeah.
That's a win. Let me clap that up. Real rap. He ain't got no rap. He got
exactly.
out here pushing the fishes.
Yes, sir.
I can't do
that fish scale.
Yeah. Can't do it.
And I know he about to drop a new album soon, so you know, I'm excited about that. So you know, shout out to Pusha T. I guess we can move on. We got some new verses coming up. You know, I don't know how excited y'all are, but for me, it's you know.
Well, we go. I thought we would talk about Benzino.
Oh yeah, we can. You know, we can do Benzino first.
Yeah, we probably do the first.
All right.
Yeah,
so let's talk about Benzino. You know, so a video surfaced of him in a hotel, and it was a Red Roof Inn down in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like kind of a little cheap motel. You know, not even like a regular hotel. It was a motel. You know what I mean? So, and it was a Red Roof Inn, and he was in there with a dude. I think the dude's name is Cavario.
Oh, Cavario.
Yeah.
That name sounds sus right there.
Right. So everybody's over the years, a lot of people have been feeling like Cavario is suspect. I'm not sure exactly what he does. I heard it's something like he's in the fashion industry or something to that effect.
Nigga.
Right.
Come on,
I don't
man.
know. I'm going off memory, but I might be wrong. But the funny thing is, so this is how it went down. They were staying in this hotel for overnight, a couple of days, matter of fact.
Yeah.
And when it was time for them to check out, they didn't. So, you know, you're normally supposed to be out by like 11. So it's probably like a couple hours later, maybe 1 o'clock, something in that area.
Yeah.
And so the manager's like, okay, what the hell? They ain't check out yet. So they banging on the door. And Benzino tries to get mad because he's banging on it. Not only is the manager banging on the door, but he brought the cops with him.
Dang.
So, you know, and Benzino starts going on this rant, and he's getting mad saying, you know, if we was white, you wouldn't do this. But then he says some shit that's kind of suspect. He goes, if we was John and Bill Somerville, y'all wouldn't have done this. So everybody's like, why would you use an example of a couple that's two men's names? You know what I mean? So, everybody's like, okay, where did that come from? So he made a lot of little references like that where it just sounded a little suspect. So everybody just been clowning this whole John and Bill Somerville quote that he said. That's exactly what he said. If we was John and Bill Somerville, I wouldn't have done this. And it was like, huh? Yeah. And then here's what happened. After the whole, now this is the incident that happened in 2018. So this is like, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
4 years.
4 years ago. And so Benzino said he didn't even know about the tape. It turns out it was the police cam footage tape from their body cam. And so they interviewed this guy, Cavario. Like, what happened? This kind of looked weird that y'all in this hotel together.
Cavario?
Right. And basically, Cavario says this. He goes, well, Benzino is working on this tell-all book. And he asked me to meet him down in Atlanta at this hotel so I could help him write it because he really wants to air out a bunch of people. Okay, all right. We don't know if you're lying or not, but that's what he said. Then,
I was sucking his dick.
when they interviewed Benzino got interviewed. Well, no, Benzino, I think, went on a live, and I think he explained his part. Here's what Benzino said. So he's saying, no, I was actually down there trapping a little bit. I was down on my luck at the time, and I didn't have no money. So I called Cavario. Cavario somewhere in Charlotte or some shit like that. He's like, yo, meet me in Atlanta. I need you to help me move some packs. So now it's more suspect because they're like, okay, Cavario said he was there to help you with a book. You saying he was there to help you move some packs or whatever. And you know what I mean?
But hold on. And who the fuck he telling this to?
He just went on live. That's another thing. Now you dry snitching on yourself.
Yeah, because like the police was involved with the cam.
Exactly. It's police cam. So you
you
ain't even dry snitching. You just whole snitching.
Yeah.
And then he goes, because the way he brought it up, he was explaining what was happening. Yeah, me and Cavario was in the room and the police showed up and they was banging on my door and I'm mad. He said, but if the police had asked me to look at my luggage, they would have found out I had 3 pounds of weed and I had the blick on me. You know what I mean? So you just now you're telling everybody you not only you had drugs and you had the gun on you. So, it's like, and then I was watching another dude. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was another YouTuber who was kind of talking about this, and he had me thinking. He was like, okay, he said, I used to, move packs and weight and all of that shit. Anytime you get pressed by the cops over some shit, even if it's not related to that, you're not going to be acting like a Karen out there, throwing the fit. Don't be banging on my door. Because, Benzino was throwing the fit.
Yeah.
I can't believe y'all do this. You wouldn't have done this to no white people. Well, actually, you are half white, sir. But
Eminem.
You're right. Thanks to Eminem. But it's just like, why would you tell the story like that? If it really happened, the dude was like, you would have been trying to be peaceful. You'd have been like, yes, sir. I'm just, we're leaving now. I know we overstayed our limit. We're gonna go now. Sorry about that. But you throwing a whole tantrum, and that would cause them to bring more attention to you, and they might have wanted to search your luggage. Mm-hmm. So that's why he was like, I don't even believe Benzino when he said he was moving weight. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. They both telling different stories. So it's like, what's going on?
Yeah, it'd be better off that Cavario guy said, yeah, that's sucking his dick while he's writing the book. And then has like some sympathetic people for the cause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In this climate we in now,
yeah.
Hell, you've been better off. Hell, ain't no use to, hiding it now.
Right.
So,
yeah,
that's the thing.
According to, I think Benzino was saying that basically they had hung out late that night before till like maybe, 4 or 5 in the morning. So they had come in and they basically overslept. But he said that, Benzino was acting like he had already talked to the manager. He was like, I told the guy, we were running late and we would pay for extra night if we had to, blah, blah, blah. And I was taking a shower when he came and banging on the door. So now you said you're at the shower. But as the police are talking to you at the door, you mentioned Cavario being in the shower. Because they was like, is there somebody else in there? He was like, yeah, you can go talk to him. He's in the shower. So it's like, okay, were y'all in the shower together? You know what I mean? It's just a lot of little things that he did that just sound a little suspect.
Yeah, them niggas sharing herbal essence and shit, nigga.
Not herbal essences.
Herbal essences.
You know, herbal essences.
Make this shit soft, nigga.
Nigga, wash my back. Man.
Wash my back.
Nigga, wash my back. Yo, that shit is funny. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just really funny, man. Like I said, the video's old, and Benzino's like, oh, I didn't even know they had video.
Dang,
I mean, but when you talk to the cops, they always wearing body cams, and you can see that shit when it's on. You know what I mean? So you know.
Dang, I would never claim to be no
Ray Benzino,
83-year-old
fake Pacino. Speaking of his age, that's the funny shit about it too, because this YouTuber I was watching, I forget his name, but shout out to him. He was like, yo, how is you out here trying to trap and you 56 years old? Benzino is 56 years old, according to Google. And he like, you know, and then you're gonna call this other dude probably around the same age as you to help you lose some weight. Who does that? He was like, if you're a celebrity, even if you're down on your luck, you got to know, you got to have a bunch of celebrity friends that you can say, hey, y'all, lend me $1,000 apiece. You give me $1,000, let me get back on my feet, and, you know, I'll pay y'all back my money, get right.
Yeah.
So Benzino was saying that around that time, his child's mother took the child and they broke up. She ran off somewhere, I think LA or some shit. I don't know, somewhere. And so he was trying to get back with her, but she wouldn't take him back.
Yeah.
So he was down on his luck. And I'm just like, okay, so what does that have to do with you being down on your luck? Was you depending on her for money?
Yeah.
Because shouldn't it be the other way around? You know, I'm not saying the men always have to be the money
providers, but at least contribute something.
Right.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that you hounding her to get back together just so you can stay afloat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just you gotta check out the video, man. I'm gonna send it to you so you can see the whole thing. It's funny, man, because Benzino was just acting like a whole Karen out there, man.
Up there with the urban essence,
the herbal essence,
herbal essence,
you know what I mean?
That's what they need to do next with the product placement. Benzino need to be making some love song with the herbal essence shit. Exactly. Yeah, watch out, Arby's. Niggas trying to smell nice now with the herbal joint.
Yo, squirted in my hand.
Yo, balls. Balls.
Oh, I'm sorry, that shit was funny. Oh man. But yeah, we can move on. That shit is just funny, man. The whole Benzino thing, man. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But anyway, so we can go ahead and talk about the verses, I guess, man.
Yeah. So
we got a few verses coming up. You know, we got a gospel verses between Mary and BB and CC. You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's too excited about that one because I mean, BB and CC, do they still make music? I know Mary probably do every now and then, but BB and CC probably ain't doing that.
Only thing that would trip me out is why those two. I guess because of, you know, I think I kind of understand it a little bit because I think BB and CC was kind of like at the time, you know, they kind of crossed over, like they was able to be mainstream and be gospel. Mary was kind of like the same way.
Yeah.
You know, they had like a lot of, you know, songs that were like it was mainstream, but it was still gospel songs.
Yeah, both of them kind of crossed over in the mainstream too. Yeah, so that makes sense. You know, and I mean, I know Mary got some flack over that because a lot of people was like, they just wanted them to make that down home, stay in the church gospel. You know what I mean? Not that.
But that's the thing, though. Mary Mary has some of that stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Like yesterday, I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday, that song they got, it's like like you could tell it's like an old feel,
right?
But the way they did it, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Mary's sick, though, right? Yeah,
that was my favorite from them.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to gospel, I mean, I'm not a big gospel fan, but I do like some of it. Like, I like the Campus Spirituals.
Yeah.
Lee Williams, Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers, man.
Yeah.
That's old school.
Oh, yeah.
That old keys. That old school right there. And then have my man, oh, we won't. That old school.
Right.
Yeah,
and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, because Howie was saying he thought this was the first gospel verses. I think it was one before with Kirk Franklin and somebody else.
Fred Hampton.
Either Fred Hampton or Donnie McClurkin or somebody. You know what I mean? Somebody. But yeah, it was. I'm almost 100% on that one. So we're gonna have to dig that up because I'm pretty sure that did happen. But it's on the hip hop side, the month after, because the gospel verses is coming up in April, and I think in May we got the hip hop verses between Onyx and Cypress Hill. Definitely happy about that one.
Yeah, my claps died.
Yeah. So, but now we thought of this scenario a few different ways. So we wanted Onyx to go up against MOP.
Yeah.
Because they both got that real loud style about them. You know what I mean? That real amp style. But it's still gonna be good. I think it's still gonna be good. Now Cypress Hill got a slight edge, but I think it'll still be a good versus because Onyx just makes good music in general. I don't know what happened. I never actually followed to find out what happened to the other members of the group. Because nowadays it seems like it's just Sticky and Fredro.
Okay.
And they had, the other
D1,
Big DS.
Yeah, yeah.
DS and the other dude. I forget the other dude's name, but so it was two other dudes and now they're missing. I don't know, maybe somebody passed away and I missed it, or if they just kind of split off or whatever.
Yeah.
So but
honestly, it's a big deal, man.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of excited about it because they are a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they both had, like in '93, they both had like big records.
Right.
Insane in the Brain and Slam. I mean, they basically,
Yep. So Insane in the Brain is gonna give you that high energy, like what you want from Cypress Hill to match Onyx's energy.
Yeah,
Insane
that Slam.
Slam, yeah.
Slam. Slam. Yeah, that's a to go hard today, though. Boy, Slam.
Throw your guns in the air.
Yo, yeah, see, that's what I wanted with MOP. And they did like, how about some hardcore? Shit. Yo.
That's why I was like, they need me on that versus team to tell them, look, this is what you want, man. Just put me and Howie on there so we can tell y'all, here's the perfect verses for y'all. Hell, even if it's gospel, we can tell you who the best ones are going against each other. R&B, gospel, rap, all of that. You know what I mean?
Rock and roll.
Right.
We don't even do bluegrass. On the verses on these bitches.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind seeing
Garth Brooks, look out.
I wouldn't mind seeing a country versus, actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you got Darius Rucker.
Yeah.
God, that would be,
he got some really big stars out there. Put Garth Brooks up against somebody,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, we're gonna keep it hip hop because we love hip hop, but I think, if you're looking for a winner, Cypress Hill is gonna probably win.
Yeah.
But Onyx is gonna really bring that hardcore, you know what I mean, that you're looking for. Now Cypress Hill, you're gonna hear a lot of blood smoking and I want to get high, so high. And what's the other one? I love you, Mary Jane.
That was
she come by, get me high.
That was
from the soundtrack.
Yeah, Judgment Night.
Judgment Night.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. It was actually a good movie. A lot of people don't know about that one.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think especially like break. Now, only thing I will say, Onyx got an advantage over like Onyx could bring out. Well, that'd be tough though. To be real and yeah, they could be real sticky fingers. They could both bring out Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. That's another thing. I'm excited to see if they bring out some guest stars, man. Because that's always, I don't know why Versus doesn't really play on that a lot more. Because there's certain verses where it's like, y'all didn't get to bring out nobody. You know what I mean? Or y'all could have brought out more people. You know, so they need to play up on that. But Onyx could bring out a lot of people. They could bring out Run DMC if they wanted to. Because that's who discovered them. I think, I don't know if it was Jam Master Jay or the whole group, but Run DMC in general discovered them.
Let's see, Cypress could bring out Dre.
Cypress could bring out Dre, man. They could bring out a lot of people. They could bring out Beth.
Yeah, that's Beth and B. Yeah, Beth and B. I mean, Beth and Red, rather.
Exactly.
Yeah, they do the if they be that's the thing. And they do the Mount Cushmore. Man, it's a rap.
It's a rap, right?
It's a rap.
Yeah. But Onyx could bring out Wu-Tang. Remember?
Oh yeah, the worst. But see, that's the thing. Cypress could bring out Wu-Tang.
Exactly.
Killer Hill niggas.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if they play the cards right, man, I'm telling you, this shit would be lit. Oh my
only
God.
thing Onyx got over Cypress, Onyx can bring out Eminem.
Yeah. You're right about that.
That he was white. If you remember that song, if he was white. If he was white. That song went hard.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they do about that, man. But yeah, that's coming up in May, I believe.
Yeah.
But speaking of Eminem, remember the Game tried to challenge him to a verse.
Oh man,
on his when the Game was on Drink Champs.
Game would get watched. I'm sorry, Eminem ain't really like the, but Eminem like on a versus scale, M got hit. And matter of fact, how the fuck you gonna battle him? You got the same producer,
right?
Like for at least on the early parts.
He got a song with Eminem, don't he? I think he got one with him.
Yeah.
Because Game, that's one thing about Game I like about him. He always tries to do a collaboration with somebody big every album. Like he's done one with Lil Wayne. He's done one with Kendrick Lamar. I'm almost sure he did one with him at some point. But, I think he was just more so clout chasing a little bit. Basically, he was like, they asked him one day, it was like, you said Eminem was better than you. He was like, nah, not no more. Not no more, I'm better than him now. And, I want to smoke and this and that. I mean, he wasn't really like trying to be all about it, but he was just basically saying, I wouldn't mind doing a versus against him to show that I'm just as good. But he just said it in words that kind of, I'm better. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, you're dope. Game, you dope as hell. You're one of my favorite West Coast rappers, but you are not Eminem.
No.
And it's trust me. And that's not just about him being white. The dude is just a lyrical genius. I mean, he's a wordsmith. You know what I mean? That Game, I think he is highly underrated. A lot of people don't give him the credit he does when it comes to the bars, but he ain't on Eminem level.
Well, I think a lot of it too. The Game kind of sabotaged himself.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's where a lot of it comes up, where people don't really give him the credit.
Yeah. I think he's I don't know anything for sure, but I feel like he's bipolar because he just goes back and forth a lot when it comes to, over the years with him going against G Unit, there was times when he was like, yeah, I just want to be friends with 50. 2 weeks later, he's like, fuck that nigga 50. I hate that nigga. And it's like, huh?
Yeah.
What, you just trying to squash this shit?
Yeah, he might be. That's more than him and Kanye get along.
Right. Because that song go hard. That Easy song go hard. But yeah, so it is what it is, man. But I would love to see some more verses. I don't know what else they got coming up, but I heard they're trying to do some different things with verses.
Yeah.
So I really feel like Timbaland and Swish should have kept it. I feel like things would have been better if they were still running things. I mean, they're still sort of involved, but I think they just give their advice on stuff, but not heavily. But I think if it was still their baby, things would be a little bit different.
Well, I mean, but at the same time, though, like, I mean, I'm not telling them, oh, they should have held on to it. But see, that's the thing. Like, a lot of those, a lot of these businesses and stuff, once they make one, yeah, it's time. Like, once it does its thing and you done made the money out of it, yeah, you sell it. So, that's a little different. I mean, it's kind of, I'll put it like this. It's like this black excellence movement and stuff.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to black business, and yeah, that's fine. I'm not knocking that. But
Right.
I think they try to. But see, I think like when you have black excellence, let's say for instance, let's say like you're a shoemaker and I make boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're black. You make shoes, and I make boxes. Okay, we come together. I put the boxes in the shoes. You know what I'm saying? Or put the shoes in the box. Put the boxes in the shoes. The shoes in the boxes. And we do that in our community throughout the year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, keeping that business might be valuable to the black community. You know what I'm saying? But versus really, I mean, in the black community, like, yes, black people own it, but is that really doing anything for the community overall?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think it helps a little bit when they do stuff like a Big Daddy Kane versus KRS, because most other platforms wouldn't have done that.
Well, I mean, I get that.
But other than that, yeah, you're right. It's not really doing a whole lot for the community.
But
it's just something you wanted to see all.
That's stuff you want to see and stuff. I'm not knocking that neither, but the thing of it is, they made the money off of it, so now they're trying to sell it. And actually, they broke off all the performers that was on there. They broke them off with a little something too, so that was cool. And especially a lot of those legacy acts who definitely probably need it.
Right.
So it was good. It's good for that, but like, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people get that misconstrued, like as far as like, oh, black business, we gotta stay in there. But like, now if Timberland and Swiss Beats, like, and they had like a couple of factories and stores or something like that. Not saying that they don't, but if they had something like that and it's actually enriching the community, we fight to keep that.
Right.
Because that's actually enhancing the community and you know what I'm saying, people that's providing jobs and things like that. But the verses, like, it might help a couple of legacy acts, but as a whole, is it really so for them selling it? I don't think it's a bad thing.
Right.
And I think too, because that's the thing too. Like white people do that all the time. They get businesses, they build them up, and they do it all the time. And then it's like, okay, I've made my money on this. I'm selling it. I'm stepping back. Y'all can use me for consulting and all this stuff. But I made it. And I'm throwing it. Not throwing it, but I'm relinquishing it and all that stuff. So I mean, I'm saying, like, I think a lot of people kind of get those things misconstrued, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But have you heard about any other verses that's coming up other than those two?
Nah, but y'all let us know who y'all got.
Yeah.
For the gospel, I don't know. I'm looking forward to see with the BB and CC. I'm just looking forward to enjoying myself.
Right.
I don't really have a dog in that fight.
Yeah.
Because that's really usually those are kind of celebratory and probably everybody gonna get. Yeah. Matter of fact, that's what we're gonna do. Like, hey, if you go tune into that verses, we're gonna exclude you for the month of like April for going to church.
Right.
So so with that, I mean, that's going to be celebratory. The Onyx and Cypress Hill thing, money's on Cypress, especially like with the features. Like I said, I mean, Onyx is good. They got. I think Onyx will bring more energy, but I think as far as like the features and stuff, I think Cypress can match them, toe for toe, for whatever, because they pretty much work with the same people and then some. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, real quick before we close it out, What's one song you would like to hear Cypress do on the verses?
Oh man, it's gotta be Cock the Hammer.
Cock the Hammer, that would be a good one.
Cock the Hammer.
Cock the Hammer. I would love to hear Throw Your Set in the Air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would love to hear that.
That song saved my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
That song.
That's a good energy song. I'm just thinking of songs like that because I know Onyx is gonna bring that energy, like you said. So, it's not gonna be easy to just play Mary Jane and I Wanna Get High. You want to get something that matches that energy. And though you're Set in the Air is a good energy song. Cock the Hammer is pretty good. What's else? Hand on the Pump is pretty good.
Yes. I'll shotgun. Hand on the
Pump.
And then pull it on the foot. Come on, shotgun. The niggas in jump. La 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 la. Oh yeah, and they bring like Meth and Red for the rock wire. Yo. I was flipping, man. Yo, the house get burnt down this year.
Yeah, man. If they do it right, I'm telling you, man. I'll take off work that day. But yeah, and then Insane in the Membrane.
Oh yeah, they definitely got to do that.
So
where do you want
to just kill him, man?
Oh yeah, they got to do Killer Man.
Yeah, but for me, I would like to hear Throw Your Set in the Air.
Yeah, like I said, that song saved my life, man. Like that song, that is really what kind of made me a hip hop head. Really, because man, like I said, I was trying to be a gangster and stuff when I was 15 and stuff, but I actually listened to that song and kind of, and that's the thing. They wouldn't really, Be Real wasn't preaching about it. He was just saying, look, if you're gonna do it, this is what's gonna happen.
Right.
So when I listen to it, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Ain't built like that. Man. Ain't built like that.
I feel you, man.
So, yeah, man, that song saved my life, man.
That's what's up, man. Well, yeah, man, I'm anxious to see, what Onyx does. I know they're gonna bring the energy. The only thing I'm worried about with Onyx is how far their catalog stretches. Are they going to really be able to pull out a solid 20, or are we going to hear like 5 or 7 songs that nobody knows about?
They got to do if they bring out Hab on the stage with the gangster team. Right. Hold up, this is my gangster team. Right. Yo, they do that with Hab.
That would be good. The Worst would be good.
Yeah, the Worst.
Your Guns in the Air, Slam.
They had something with DMX, didn't they?
Did they?
I think they did.
They might have.
They had like they did a freestyle together on the Sway and Tech show, but I don't know if they'll be able to pull that off. But
they can pretty much do anything from that first album, because that first album was like full of hits. They had Back the Fuck Up. That song was dope. That was the title song for the album. Bitch ass niggas, I'ma have to put your skirt up. That's my word up. You get hurt up. That would be dope. All that whole album, man, was just dope. Yeah. So they got some stuff to work with, but it's just, they don't have a lot of stuff that was as much of a mega hit as what Cypress put out.
Yeah, Cypress.
That's the only thing. So
Cypress and man, Muggs is a hell of a producer
man,
too.
What?
Yeah,
listen.
Like the production with Muggs got.
Man, Onyx has some dope production.
Oh yeah, they do.
I mean, they weren't. You never looked at Onyx and said, "I want that beat." When you heard Muggs and shit, you was like, "I want that beat." Yeah, I would love to rap over that.
Muggs got some shit.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. That's why we was like, man, MOP would have been so much better.
I think
against Onyx, man.
Yeah, I think it would have been because to me, I think not that Cypress gonna mop them,
right?
But I think as far as like, I think with MOP and Onyx, it would have been closer. I think both the energies would both been there.
Hell, Cypress could have been dope against Bone Thugs.
Oh yeah,
that would have been a good one because they both got some hard shit, but they both also got some mellow, shit too. So that would be dope. But either way, see what I'm saying? We should be on that committee.
Yeah, man. Well, the 3-6 and the Bone Thugs, that was a long time coming though.
Yeah,
that had to happen.
That had to happen.
Yeah, that had
to play their legacy.
Yeah, that did.
But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up. For episode 199.
199.
Triad Hip Hop taking over for the 199.
Remember that? What was it? Comments.x. The 199.
Exactly. Oh my God. I would love to see Sadat X in the verses. Even by himself, he'd be pretty good. Because he did some good solo work.
Yeah.
Or Brand Newbie.
Yeah, Brand Newbie. Who would Brand Newbie go up against? He was in the new school, maybe?
We got the Jungle Brothers.
Yeah.
Tribe Called Quest. That wouldn't be too bad either. But yeah, I think a Tribe Called Quest would be a good one. Jungle Brothers got some hits, but they didn't stay in the game that long, so they kind of started making music early. So, but if they had stayed, or even De La Soul,
yeah,
you know what I mean? De La Soul.
Nah, I don't think they could beat De La Soul.
Yeah. They
wouldn't
win.
Nah,
they wouldn't win. But
nah, they would beat De La Soul. De La Soul got some shit.
But yeah, that would just be a good battle. You know what I mean? But yeah, but that's dreaming out loud. We'll see what Versus does, man, because they got a good lineup coming up. They just kind of telling you one slowly but surely. They're not telling you all of them at once. So, but yeah, anyway, we can go ahead and sign it off. This is your man Kurt, and this is and we will see y'all on the next episode next week from the Bat Cave.
Peace.